Need everybody to have their listening ears on.
You do better on your own, and so
Yeah? Okay.
So scared, they just.
So we are going to read Captain Flynn and the Pirate Dinosaur.
It's
not real.
So let's see. I want to hear from Raheem.
Think up this way. And
What do you
back,
think it's
and
going to
over,
be
and
about?
under, and upside down. Finally, the storm passed, and they headed home. Wow, said you, Joe Ferguson. Wasn't that fun?
Okay,
Yeah.
we got to read it and find out.
We sure scared those monsters, if you brag. Wish we could do it again. And they thought it was because they used up their magic.
Okay, well, we got to read it and find out.
I think the pirates are fighting the dinosaurs.
So what have we learned about
Yeah.
setting?
Okay, guys, so now we need to,
Is it the
yes,
same
we need to
place
put on our
all the time?
listening ears.
No, it can change, but it's always the place they're at is the same.
Okay, do you want to move right here so you can see it?
No, they're not in school.
Because you won't be able to see the pictures if you sit there. Do you want to move up a little bit? Thank you.
Well, is it school?
And then, can you see back there, Sean?
No.
Okay.
Let's see.
What?
No.
Miss Fayer, sit on the chair.
The next day, they told everybody about their adventures. Soon, all the kids were ready to take off.
What happened here? I can move
So,
right
Here, I'll
a
move.
couple of things that we learned about fiction are characters. And
Well, I
those
can move right here.
sometimes
Okay.
you can
But I can move right here.
Okay, that's good. Everybody is perfectly fine where you are.
So if we were to write a
Alright.
fiction book about
Okay, can you?
Ridgewood Elementary,
Okay.
all of you would be characters. Everybody understand that?
This is Flynn. He is wearing his pirate t-shirt and coloring in a picture he has drawn of a dinosaur. Flynn loves dinosaurs.
And then there's one more really important word. that
One
goes
day
with
at school, Flynn was coloring in a new dinosaur picture when he realized he didn't have quite enough
fiction.
markers.
That's a really weird.
Why don't you have a
word.
look in
All
the
it
supply
means
closet,
is
Flynn,
what
said
happened.
Miss Pye, his teacher.
So,
I think there are
if you
more
were to write a
colors at the
story
back.
about Ridgewood Elementary,
So Flynn opened the door and
Start
stepped
in
into
the
the
day.
closet.
all of you
So
would be
right now,
characters.
who
The
knows
setting
where
would
the
be
story's
here,
taking
Ridgewood
place at? Who can tell me what the setting
And
is?
School.
In the school, you're right.
What you learned, who you
That was
talked
easy.
to, what you had for
So then who can tell me who one of the
all those
characters
things
is?
plot.
Raheem.
Anybody have a question about the plot?
Who is it?
No,
What's
I
his
didn't-
name?
I didn't talk about that here in the story.
Flynn.
Can you think about why I didn't talk about that here in the
I'm
story?
a teacher.
There were lots of paints and rolls of paper and pots
Jane,
of
why would-
glue,
why would I not
but
talk about
Flynn
that
couldn't
picture
see
story?
any markers. As he searched, he heard a noise. Boo hoo hoo hoo! And
Because-
then sniffle, shuffle,
You think
sniffle.
it's easier to understand it afterwards or still
Owl.
afterwards?
Right at the back of the closet, under an old curtain, was
Well, I
something
really appreciate y'all
shaking
listening to
and
my
shuddering.
story and everybody's sitting like a
Flynn
couple
got
of
closer and closer, and when he lifted up the curtain, he couldn't believe his eyes. It was a
What'd you
real
say?
pirate captain. Hello, said Flynn. What's the matter? The pirate, whose name was Captain Stubble, sniffed and looked at Flynn. So, who is our new character?
So,
The pie.
if we were to look
So,
at
what's
this
his
book,
name?
Flynn.
Who would the
That,
character be?
this one's Flynn. Who was this one? Captain Stubble.
Jane, what would
I don't
the
know if you heard it. My ship! They've stolen my ship! He sobbed.
The older
One
people?
minute I was
That's
fast
right.
asleep, and the
Very
next
close
I was in
to
the water watching my precious
right.
ship, the Acorn, sail away.
Now, where would
But
this
who
setting
has
be?
stolen it?
We talked about
asked
a bunch
Flynn.
of different settings.
I don't
He
know,
has
said
a really
Captain
big
Stubble.
mouth.
Give me one setting.
But as I watched, I heard a roar!
All right.
And then a
Okay.
strange kind of song. It
So why
went,
don't you give me
yo
one
ho
setting?
ho,
Just
yo
one.
ho ho, something something, go go
Who's the
go.
setting? What's the setting? Genesis, help him out.
Very strange, said Flynn. How will you get your ship back?
Junkyard?
I don't know,
That's not a
blustered
thing.
Captain Stubble. I
Hold
can't
on,
do
what's
it on
one
my
setting?
own. I can help, said Flynn bravely, and
No,
so
what was
will
another
we.
setting?
It was Flynn's friends, Pearl, Tom, and Violet.
Okay.
We love adventures, they
You
said,
need another setting?
and just at that moment, the back of the closet fell away, and they all tumbled out into a bright blue day. So now, what just happened?
They got their ship back.
Not
They made a boat.
the setting
Need another
changed.
setting?
So, looking at the picture, where is the setting now?
Is that the
Is
ocean?
it? Yeah, it's in the ocean. It's in the
It's a
water.
ship.
It's not in the
And
school
what was that
anymore.
other word that we talked about for
Where an old pirate ship was waiting.
and
She's
setting?
not quite what I'm used to, said Captain
And everyone's
Stubble,
sitting
but
like
if
a
this
pretzel
ship
with
helps
eyes
me
up
find
here.
my beloved acorn, then she'll do for me. All aboard!
And you know what was that third word we talked about?
Right, me hearties, said Captain Stubble. If you're going to be pirates, you'll need to look like pirates. Flynn brandished a gleaming silver sword. And since you seem to be so brave, Flynn, Captain Stubble said, you can be captain of the
Do you
ship.
remember what that
I'd
last
much
word was?
rather be the cook.
No?
So Captain Flynn
That last
took
word
over
was
and they
plop.
sailed in search for the acorn. Do you think he's going to find the ship?
Well, plot is what happens. So if you're going to tell me what happened.
The pirates were about to give up hope
This book.
when Pirate Violet shouted from the crow's nest, "Ship ahoy!" Stubble grabbed his telescope. "That's my precious acorn," he cried. "Let's board it," cried Captain Flynn, "and reclaim your ship from those pirate bad guys." All hands on deck. They sailed faster and faster and got closer and closer. When they were nearly alongside the ship, Captain Flynn put the telescope to his eye. His face went white. "They're not just ordinary pirates," he stammered. What do you think they're going to be?
They did go
Pirates.
All
You
those
think they're going to
things
be
are-
pirates on the ship?
I think it's going to be the pink.
Yeah, what do you think it's going to be?
Dinosaur.
You think it's the dinosaur.
I think.
What is it?
For everybody.
I think it's a snake.
The snake? It's pirate dinosaurs! And that is exactly what they were. There was a pirate diplodocus, a pirate stegosaurus, a pirate triceratops, and a pirate pterodactyl. And right at the helm of the ship, steering its course with its claws on the wheel, was a great big pirate Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And then right over here, okay? Everybody okay?
When he saw Captain Flynn, he roared an almighty roar. The dinosaurs sang out in their terrible voices. Yo ho ho, yo ho ho, pirate dinosaurs, go go go!
Come on, baby.
Attack! Cried Captain Flynn, and a great battle began. Clang, clash, swish, splash. It wasn't long before all the pirate dinosaurs jumped overboard in
Everybody
terror.
else is still standing like a
All
soldier.
except,
All right.
who didn't jump? Was it Flynn?
All right.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Chiasme.
He roared an almighty roar, and Captain Flynn could see his huge, sharp yellow teeth and his tonsils wobbling ferociously at the back of his throat. "I challenge you to a duel," shouted Captain Flynn. "I don't know. I'm going to cut you up into little pirate sausages," yelled the T-Rex, chuckling greedily. "Then I'm going to put you on the barbecue and eat you up."
I told you they're gonna eat him.
"Oh, no, you're not," yelled Captain Flynn and charged. Their swords flashed and crashed and bashed and smashed for at least 2 hours and 25 minutes until finally the T-Rex was exhausted. "Captain Flynn," he stammered, "I surrender. You are such a great pirate that you should be the captain of all the pirate dinosaurs. Please spare me, and I promise I'll be the best pirate in the whole world.
Okay.
Honest."
Now what this says,
jumped
this
on
says
him.
parts of fiction.
It's everything that we just
Then
talked
maybe
about, okay?
one day I
And
will
what
be
I've
your
got is I've
captain,
got some
replied
pictures from the
Captain
book that we
Flynn.
just
But
read.
now we better get back to
Alright?
school.
And
It's
they're all about
almost
different things that
lunchtime.
happen in the book.
So Captain Flynn
maybe
took the
the
wheel of the
characters and
acorn,
the
and
setting.
while the Pirate
And this is a
Pearl,
little
Pirate
cookbook
Tom,
that I made
and
for
Pirate
y'all.
Violet united the
So
crew,
all you gotta do,
Stubble made a delicious fish stew.
and I got a glue stick, so I need y'all to share.
When
and
they
work
got to the
together.
harbor, they waved goodbye to Captain
And
Stubble and
Case,
to the
what you
sea.
think the characters
Flynn saw
are
that the
right
door
here,
they had fallen through was
and then
still
what you think
hanging
the setting
open,
is,
so
that'll
they
go where
all
it says
clambered
setting.
in.
That's the word setting.
Instantly, they were back
And then
among
that
the
last
paints
word
and
that's
rolls
down
of
here,
paper
plot.
and pots of glue.
So when you
Flynn
see
grabbed
that
some
a
markers,
picture of
and
something
they
that
all
happened
crept back into
in
the
the
closet.
story, you can paste
So
it
our
right
setting
here.
was just
Everybody
at the
understand?
ocean. So what did it just change to?
Understand?
We're back in the classroom.
So
we're back at school, right?
Yeah.
Right around the corner. If you have any questions, just raise
And
your
they
hand.
all
I'll be right
lived
here,
happily
okay?
ever after, said Miss Pye, closing the book she had been reading. You've been in that closet a long time, Flynn. What have you been doing? Flynn smiled secretly at his friend. Oh, nothing, he said. Nothing at all.
To help you remember the parts of the we just talked about. That's like, Google and
Yeah.
setting. That's very important.
So can we go over it one more time? So, who were some of the characters in the book now that we know all the
Pirate.
characters? What's one of them? The pirate. Aaliyah, do you know another one?
Alright, so I got a tool. So you have to share.
Captain Flynn. And what about his friends? What were their names? Violet was one. What's another? What about the dinosaurs?
T-Rex.
The T-Rex. Okay, so next for our activity, I'm going to have you guys think about who our characters are. So if we were to add a different character into the book, how do you think it would
My
change
laptop.
our story? So let's say, what if Queen Elsa was in this book? How do you think that would change
How
it?
we doing?
But she didn't have powers, and she just had.
Oh, do you remember the book? Who
Right.
do you think that is?
So who can tell me something else? How do you think it would change the story if you added a new character? It would turn into a Frozen book, you're right.
I have a Frozen book at my house.
How are we doing?
Okay, so for our activity, Miss G is going to pass out a piece of paper, and what I want you to do is I want you to draw a whole new character. I want you to come up with your own character, okay? And then I'm going to pass out crayons to you guys so you can draw your new character, and you have to give them a name, okay?
Elsa.
Do you think it's a character name? Yes?
Elsa.
Do you think it's a character name? You don't think that's a character?
Okay, Jalen, can we sit at the table and color our character?
Put that in setting? Why would you put that in setting?
And then Aaliyah, can you come sit at the table? I'll fix it.
Why would you put that in setting? You want to whisper it to her?
Where are you going to sit?
Everybody's working together, right? Talking about
Hang on. Miss G's passing it out.
now, Fayer, are you asking the whole?
We gotta pass it out. Hang on.
You can do the English one. I think.
Okay, here's you a chair.
Now, why are you putting that in character? What does that look like?
Can you sit here?
Well, it's like the space ship.
You do.
What about the
I'll do it.
crayons. I want to use markers. I want to use markers too. I want to use markers too.
I only have crayons, I'm sorry.
But there's one marker.
Can I ask you the teacher? Okay, I'll go talk.
Can I have markers?
And then you can go.
No.